Hello there, people of the internet. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to a video from Most Amazing Top 10 called Top 10 Scary Broadcast Interruptions. This looks like one of those videos where it's going to be a dude explaining, a little bit of the backstory behind it. So it looks like a lot of effort's been put into this. I don't want to be like the guy who just watches someone else's content, and just... I encourage you guys to go check out their channel. Give the video a like if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you do enjoy it even more. But yeah, we're going to jump into this. If you enjoy my reaction, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment what your thoughts are on this reaction and the video itself. And we're going to jump straight back into this. Straight back in. We weren't even... Okay, let's go. How's it going? What's the time? The time is 3 a.m. on the dot. So that's fun. Here we go.
Broadcast interruptions are rare events. When something happens that is totally unexpected, maybe someone hijacks a TV channel and starts sending their own signal, or maybe some secret footage that was never meant to be shown.
I've learned this, guys. I'm sorry to pause it straight away, but it was more easier to hijack analog TV shows because the frequency went from one to another, but you could go in between the frequency and like interrupt from the original broadcast. Stop it there, broadcast your own thing, and then the receiver will receive what you've broadcasted, basically. And that's partly the reason why they switched to digital, because it's more of a binary pack of data that's harder to crack into.
Is shown to millions of people. It sounds crazy, but it does happen from time to time, and these are the best examples of all time, in my opinion, obviously. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary broadcast interruptions. Just before we get into that, I want to let you guys know about our brand new channel, Beyond the Screen. It's a channel about all things TV and Hollywood, presented by one of our new hosts, Jocelyn. She's great, the channel is great. I guarantee you guys there is something for everyone there. It would mean the world to us if you guys go and check it out and subscribe right after this video. There's a link somewhere on the screen right now and definitely down below in the description box. Starting off at number 10 now, we have the Wyoming Incident. According to internet legend, this was a broadcast hack that happened in 2008, affecting a number of communities in the town of Niobrara in Wyoming. Their regular news show was interrupted with this.
Preparation for the 2008 general election. Republican President Jackson.
Oh wow, I would be freaked. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'd be straight freaked out.
For the next 6 minutes or so, viewers were shown text messages and strange visuals with audio snippets playing over them. Every 10 to 15 seconds, a message would appear announcing that this was a special presentation. The text would say things like, "You will see such pretty things," and "You are ill. We just want to fix."
It's got the same kind of animation as Max Powers or something.
You. And what hides in your mind? Now that last question was later answered with the chilling message of, "We have already seen it." What was even stranger was that people reported having a physical reaction to the footage. This included...
Of course you would. Why would, I mean, when something... It's like Darren Brown does it. It's like you basically do something that completely cuts off the norm. For example, you're shaking someone's hand and then you put their hand just above their head like that and tell them to sleep. And their brain kind of goes, "Oh, what's happening here?" And it just shuts off. So if something like this happens where, you're trying to watch the news, you're eating your cereal, you're in your underpants, you're there watching the TV, all of a sudden, it cuts off the normal broadcast and then this is shown, it will feel like it's not real, like it's a dream. And your brain is going to kind of react to that.
Vomiting, hallucinations, and headaches. Others said that the frequencies played made viewers' eyeballs vibrate and create visual hallucinations. I'm glad we didn't show the whole clip then. Next up at number 9 now, we have Max Headroom. Now this is perhaps the most famous one
this
on
is
the list.
Famous one.
Maybe some
We've
of you
all
guys
seen
have
this
seen
one.
it. On the evening of November 22nd, 1987, many people were enjoying an episode of Doctor Who on Chicago.
Oh, I can imagine Doctor Who fans weren't happy about this. Having their Doctor Who interrupted, you can't do that.
WTTW Channel 11, for those Who fans out there.
I noticed that most Doctor Who fans, listen, I'm not calling anyone out, but you'll notice the avid Doctor Who profile picture looks like this. Kind of aside, the white guy smirk that we do to each other when you kind of say, you don't say hello. Well, you kind of do, I don't know why we do it. Why do we do that? It's so weird, but it's kind of like that kind of, hey, listen, no hate at all, okay? Peace and love to everyone.
Horror of Fang Rock. Anyway, the broadcast was interrupted by a signal intrusion. Suddenly, viewers saw an unknown person wearing a Max Headroom mask and sunglasses.
That's disorientating.
Max Headroom was a TV character from a show in the mid-80s. The imposter hijacked the broadcast for 90 seconds in which he rambled about Coca-Cola, the TV series Clutch Cargo, and WGN anchor Chuck
They never
Swirsky.
found the guy either.
To be honest, even with subtitles, it's quite difficult to make out what's being said. At the time, an FCC engineer said that the perpetrators would face a maximum $10,000 fine, up to a year in prison, or both. It's been over 30 years since the event, though, and the culprits have never been caught.
Well, I mean, I guess it is hard to find them because it'll come from an origin point, but that origin point would have long gone by that.
Spot now we have VRillon. This is a strange one from 1977.
Bro, this looks like this person here on the right looks like something from Oblivion.
During a regular news show on Southern
It's like a high
television,
elf.
there was a broadcast interruption just after 5 p.m. on November 27th. After some static and visual warping, a voice made this announcement.
This is the voice of VRillon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you.
That person, calling themselves VRillon, claimed to be an alien commander from an intergalactic association.
Wow.
The disembodied voice spoke for about 6 minutes.
It's like that video with what's his name from Smosh, Anthony, and he's interviewing that guy who can supposedly like talk to aliens or something.
What the f*** are you laughing at, man?
Or there was that other one with Louis Theroux.
This is Central Control.
The main message was a warning to all humans to put down our weapons of war and to enter a new age of Aquarius. Then, and only then, would we make it to the next level of evolution.
Your energy from you.
Imagine this was real though. Like imagine this was an actual alien. You know what I mean? Crazy.
And will put into evil areas, giving you worthless dross in return.
Moving on to number 7 now, we have Playboy. I'm sure I don't need to explain to you guys what Playboy is, and if I do, I probably shouldn't. Needless to say, its late night TV shows have been very popular for many
Wait, those TV shows of Playboy? I thought it was just a magazine.
many years. It's one of those channels where you wouldn't expect to see much religious talk, shall we say. However, that's exactly what you would have seen if you tuned into the
They were hijacked by like Christians.
On September 6, 1987, someone interrupted the broadcast that night and displayed a quote from the Bible. I wonder how that went down with the Playboy viewers.
Imagine it probably killed a few erections, let's be honest.
The Bible verses were taken
Or maybe it maintained them.
from Exodus and Matthew and read, "Thus saith the Lord thy God, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." The white text and black background appeared during a movie that Playboy had on called Three Daughters, and a number of viewers phoned in to ask what was going on. Police were able
The Bible was a subplot.
to trace the signal though, and 3 years later, a man called Thomas Haney was identified as the culprit. Next up at number 6 now, we have the Nuke. Okay, for this one, I want you guys to do a bit of imagining now. I want you to imagine you're just chilling at home, just watching a channel that's showing beautiful scenery, live, it's playing relaxing music.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about
that
this.
sort of thing. And then you see this. Yeah, that looked a lot like a nuke, and people in Czechoslovakia thought so too when this appeared on a TV show called
It doesn't look...
Panorama in June 2007. The show usually just showed scenic footage of the Czech countryside to attract tourists to Prague. And
to attract tourists, yeah. I wonder how many people go after this. I've been to Prague though, not to the countryside. It was like the city
the
of
surrounding
Prague.
area. When the camera appeared to show a nuclear bomb exploding during its morning broadcast, all hell broke loose. Some people who lived in the area started trying to leave before the radiation spread. Others were contacting the government asking what to do. The government received so many panic calls that they had to issue an official statement
I'm not
confirming that
surprised.
Prague had not been bombed. It turns out that the footage was created as a performance piece by a group called Zathoven. I'm sure there artistic message
incredible.
is appreciated by some people out there, but maybe not the ones who thought they were actually having to flee for their lives. Coming in at the number 5 spot now, guys, we have The Old Couple.
It would be, but then again, if you saw it on TV and you're like, oh, that's where we live. Hang on a sec, you'd kind of look out the window and go, oh okay.
This is a really strange one that occurred in July 2007 during regular broadcasting on ABC's affiliate channel WJLA. This image appeared on the screen. Now, to this day, nobody is exactly sure what this picture is of. Clearly,
it's like a CGI,
it's
man.
two faces. One of them is smiling and one of them looks quite concerned. The faces look like they've been computer generated.
Yeah.
Now, to me, it looks like something out of a 90s video game. This creepy image stayed on the screen for several
Max power.
seconds with no sound before completely vanishing. Many people said there was a dark meaning to all of this, that this was no ordinary interruption. The cable company
I mean, anyone can put people love putting labels on things, don't they? It's just a face, just two faces. Maybe the broadcasters didn't know. They accidentally put it in, was like, oh, hang on, just forget about that. Quickly, just play.
in charge of the broadcast said there was a programming mix-up from an advertisement for the Oprah Winfrey Show.
I don't know what Oprah Winfrey looks like nowadays, but it certainly does not. I'm sure she does not look like that.
That seemed to satisfy most people, but things took a turn when videos of the event were all removed from YouTube due to restricted access. To this day, I still couldn't find any clips of this on YouTube. All that has survived is this image and the questions that come with it. Coming at number 4.
That's very strange. Why would you remove... Well, they're trying to just remove it from ever existing.
Now we have War of the Worlds. Have you guys ever seen the War of the Worlds movie with Tom Cruise? I really like that movie, I'm not gonna lie. But did you know where the title for that movie came from? In 1938, future filmmaking legend Orson Welles created a radio drama based on H.G. Wells' novel The War of the Worlds.
Yeah, people thought it was
made
real.
to sound like a genuine news broadcast about aliens from Mars invading Earth.
Did they not like give a warning beforehand?
If you guys were to hear it on the radio today, you might think, oh, this is obviously a piece of written drama.
Obviously back then, yeah.
It's not real. Well, back in 1938, on the eve of World War II, it was a very different time. Many people listening to the broadcast missed the introduction where it clearly states that the following is a piece of radio drama, and they thought it was totally real. This is what they heard.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to continue the broadcast from Grover's Mill.
Now, according to...
What? I mean, I guess... Okay, if it was part of the radio,
some
then...
people were so convinced that America was being invaded by Martians that they fled their homes in a panic.
Wow.
In the following days, there was an outcry for broadcasters to be regulated to stop this thing kind of happening ever again.
Yeah, but it's entertainment. I mean, it's... I guess... If you tune in halfway through and you hear all this, but I mean, surely all you need to do is change radio channel, and if they're not talking about it, you know, because it would be all if the Earth was being invaded by Martians, guys, I think we'd hear about it, wouldn't we? It would be taken over the TVs. Every channel would be about this story. If it's just one channel in particular, then obviously it's a piece. But you know, obviously, like this guy said, it was the eve of World War II. People were on edge, probably. People never heard this kind of thing before. Therefore, it felt real to them. So
that failed, and the piece went down in history as one of the most famous pieces of radio drama ever, and possibly one of the greatest pranks of all time.
True.
Next up at number 3 now, we have Handy Manny. Some of our North American viewers may have grown up watching this kid show.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
The animated TV series follows Manny, a repairman with talking tools. It's fun, it's educational, they sing, you get the idea.
I find this kind of animation just very, I don't know. I can't watch it. It's disturbing.
Handy Manny is also famous, though, for a shocking broadcast interruption which occurred on May 1st, 2007. Viewers of the show in Lincroft, New Jersey had their episode interrupted by a clip from an adult movie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
say no more. Many of the other interruptions we've talked about usually last for 10, 15, 30 seconds. The adult film clip on Handy Manny went on for several minutes. Naturally, people wanted an explanation.
I think Handy Manny gives us a different kind of meaning now, doesn't it?
Thousands of kids must have seen this. Comcast was the network that was responsible for the intrusion, or at least they should have been the ones to stop it from happening. They didn't have an answer for why it happened, and over a decade on now, they still don't.
Wow.
Moving on to number 2 now, we have
Jesus.
Mayday. On January 3rd, 2007, Channel 7 in Australia was airing a Canadian documentary called
You know, these all happened around like the late 2000s.
Mayday, which features cases of air disasters. At some point during the broadcast, things got strange. The visuals continued as normal, but the audio started repeating a single phrase on a loop. One quick-thinking YouTuber uploaded this video of the event. Many people think that the voice is that of a man from America's deep south saying the phrase, "Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord." See what you think.
Why is it gotta be religious though, man? Like, I feel sorry for I really do feel sorry for people who, you know, are religious in the sense, you know, they don't mean any harm. They have faith in their gods, and it's people like this that kind of really give them, I don't know, make them look crazy almost. Like, it's just like religious people are just, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. But I don't mean it how it's coming across. I personally, you know, you believe whatever you want to believe. It's all good. As long as you're not hurting anybody or, you know, well, yeah, as long as you're just not hurting anybody and you just live within, you know, your morals and moral standards and you're having a good time with life and you know, you treat people with respect and kindness. I honestly don't care what you believe in. I mean, you know, you might be right. Who knows? Anyway.
That went on for an astonishing 6 minutes before everything returned to normal. Many people wanted answers, but Channel 7 were very evasive. They denied that there had been an intrusion, but also disputed what the clip was actually saying. They claimed the voice said, "Jesus Christ, one of the Nazarenes." The fact that so many people disagree with that has only added fuel to the fire that something very strange happened that day.
That was,
finally, number 1 now.
That looked like brainwashing
We have
to me.
Coast to Coast AM. That's the name of this talk show run by Art Bell. He was used to strange calls on his show, but things got even stranger on September 12th, 1997. That night, Art got a call from a guy who claimed to have been an employee at the mysterious Area 51 base, where conspiracy theorists say the US Air Force contained and studied aliens and their crashed spacecraft. The caller sounded terrifying.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, and then the lights go out, like the studio shuts down and the phone hangs up.
Claimed that they were coming for him and that he didn't have much time to share with the world what he knew about Area 51. He talked about extra-dimensional beings who are not what they appear to be, that they have infiltrated the US military and are now taking over.
Damn.
Okay, well, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings.
The caller began to sound more erratic and panicked.
Extra-dimensional beings, they're from a different dimension.
Finally, he started talking about how governments are trying to get human populations down to a manageable number so that they're easier to control. Just after this, the line went dead when the power cut out at the station.
That's very...
By the time
it could have been like a
they got the backup generators running, the caller was gone. Conspiracy theorists say that it was more than a coincidence that the caller was cut off and never heard from again just when he began to spill the beans on secret government activity. What do you guys think? Alright guys, there you go. Some scary...
It didn't actually show what actually happened, but it is kind of freaky.
broadcast.
There is a video of it, I believe.
Interruptions. Hopefully, this video wasn't interrupted by something strange for you. Otherwise, you're probably freaking out a lot right about now. Don't forget to go and check out Beyond the Screen using the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching. As always, my name is Danny Burke, and I will see you all in the next one.
Well, Danny Burke and Most Amazing Top 10, you did a fantastic job there. Good writing, good clips. Really enjoyed it. You guys should go like, subscribe, just like I did there if you enjoy it. Subscribe to me if you enjoy the reactions. Be sure to like the video. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. I know it sounds a bit... It is true. It's true. It does help a lot. If you can just... It gets me into the recommended, basically. But there we go, guys. If you enjoyed, like I said, like, subscribe to these guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.